If you are planning on selling your home into this hot real estate market, I can only imagine that you want top dollar. But here are 8 things to keep in mind that might actually stop you from getting top dollar if you plan on doing it yourself. Hi, I'm Robert Webb, team leader of the Destination DNJ Home Selling Team. My team and I are here to help you navigate all things real estate. So make sure you subscribe for more, and now let's jump into it. According to the National Association of Home Builders, the typical American has around 30% of their entire net worth in their primary residence. So it is totally understandable that you would want to get the absolute most out of the sale of your property. And oftentimes people think that by doing everything themselves, they're going to be able to save on commissions and keep more of the profit. And today I want to talk about 8 massive items that most people don't consider before they go and try to do it alone. Number 1, nearly 50% of the work I do on the listing side is done before the house even goes on the market. And it can make or break how your home shows once the buyers start coming through. The time spent on collaborating on decluttering, staging, maximizing showing potential, and minor upgrades all set the stage for my established network of photographers, videographers, and marketing team to come in and make your home look HGTV ready has been curated over hundreds and hundreds of hours. And this is something that can eat up valuable time and money while you are trying to learn it instead of getting the property on the market. Number 2, I have access directly into the MLS, which is a powerful tool that every realtor in the area uses to search for property for their buyer clients. A lot of them even have automatic searches already set up for their clients when we list the property. We can get your home into already established email notices in front of buyers looking for a home with the criteria that we are working with. And you may think that since you can list your home on Zillow or Trulia, that you can bypass this step, but I would caution you against that. According to the National Association of Realtors, a staggering 87% of buyers purchased a property through a real estate agent. And by not going through the MLS, you are missing a massive chunk of the population that is out there looking for a home. Couple that with realtors use the MLS to search for homes, not Zillow or Trulia, and you risk your home being missed entirely, which lowers the competition for your home and ultimately your final sales price. Number 3, along the lines of the last one, let's assume you are getting traffic through your home and generating offers based solely on advertising on 1 or 2 websites. Based on the same stat of 87% of buyers working with an agent, it is very likely that you will have to pay some commission anyway. A buyer's agent is typically compensated through the total commission that the listing agent charges when they come to terms with you to list the property. So they are going to be expecting some type of compensation and negotiating their commission as part of the contract when they are submitting it on behalf of their buyer clients. So it might be well worth it to have an expert ready to negotiate for you in your corner for your best interests. Number 4, do you have the bandwidth to manage all of the showing requests as they come in? Do you have the availability to show houses around other people's schedules? Since successful realtors do this full time, they understand that you need to accommodate buyers' busy schedules and get them in to see homes when it is convenient for them. Handling requests at all hours and being available Tuesday at 2 p.m. can't always be realistic if you have other responsibilities going on in your life, such as a full-time job or kids, and this can become difficult. And once you have the showings, you need to now budget time to answer questions and follow up now that they've actually left the home, which can lead to additional scheduling that you need to budget for. Number 5, having a strong network is key. From electricians to movers to roofers to HVAC techs, if you know the right people, you will be able to handle any problem quickly and usually for less money than simply calling someone who came up in a Google ad. A good realtor has a network in place from dealing with hundreds of transactions before yours, and they know who does good work, who is quick, who is not, and most importantly, who is expensive and who is more cost efficient. Things are bound to come up during the sale of your home, and if you don't have the network to efficiently navigate those hurdles, they can add up in time spent on them and the money it takes to complete them. Number 6 is crucial. Do you understand the contract? When an offer comes in, it is usually on a 14-page contract and is supplemented by additional documentation and addendums. One contract can be a lot to sift through, let alone multiple. The information in here is all crucial and will dictate the price you are agreeing to, but even more importantly, the terms you are agreeing to. Terms on a sale can make or break your profit margin, and you need to carefully consider and potentially even negotiate them before agreeing to them. The contract will also dictate how much earnest money is being put down, what type of financing the buyer is obtaining, how long their inspection period is open for, and more. All of these things impact how the actual transaction moves along, and realtors are trained to understand the contracts as they pertain to your sale, or at least the ones worth their commission are. A good realtor is going to let you know what is normal and what is not normal, where we can push and where we need to practice restraint based on the current market conditions that are ever changing. They are going to make sure the dates align with your goals and plans. Having an advocate here is one of the most crucial parts of a realtor's job. Number 7. Now that the contract is signed, there is a 30 to 60 day process ahead of you filled with attorneys and inspectors and mortgage brokers. Keeping everyone on the same page and holding them accountable to the contract can be challenging. Also, keeping in mind the dates and the deadlines and who is responsible for which part of the equation is going to keep you on track to close on time, which means more money in your pocket, since trying to change movers or closing dates for your next house can get expensive quickly. We have a full-time team member on the DNJ team whose job it is to help everyone stay on the same page and help manage the transaction to make sure nothing slips through the cracks. And lastly, you need to be ready to negotiate. You will have to negotiate multiple times through the process, not just at the beginning. This is where understanding your contract becomes even more important. Certain contingencies can open the contract back up to be renegotiated. Like if an inspector finds that there is shifting happening in your chimney and some parts are becoming loose, or a radon test is performed and comes back high, well, that could potentially prompt the buyer side to want to renegotiate the contracts on their new findings. The same is true for the appraisal contingency. You may have accepted a contract with an awesome number, but if the appraiser doesn't agree and the lender won't fund that loan, navigating that hurdle can be very difficult. Trying to appeal an appraisal is a detailed and thorough process, and one that needs a careful eye. And if the negotiations on these items are weak, well, all that money you thought you were going to be saving could be wiped out, and even more so. So while it is always your decision how you sell your property, I cannot emphasize enough that having a realtor in your corner can pay for itself times over. But on the topic, not just any realtor, but one that really knows and understands the process, is local to your area, and has a track record of success. I made a video here about the 5 things to look for in a great realtor, and if you want to check that out, I'm going to leave it down below in the description. If you like this type of content, make sure you like this video and subscribe. And if you want to get started working with me and my team buying or selling a home in North or Central New Jersey, I want to invite you to click the first link down below in the description, and I would love to have a chat with you about your needs. See you in the next one.